Hey guys, it's Gadget, and I need to share this on Twitter and Facebook because there's a couple of things I need to deal with people and stuff because it's come to my attention this generation really is dumb as doornails. Let me just share this. Okay, okay guys, and I'm going to share it to Twitter and I'll be right back. Okay, I think it's tweeting. I'm not sure, but I think I got everything bases covered. Okay. Now, by now you're probably figuring out that when you watch this video, there's something different right here. Okay? Yeah, it's a little wet right now because we're training my bangs to actually go the way they're supposed to go. The next step is these things, but how's everybody's night? And I love the funny part that someone already put a thumbs down. Hi, Christopher! Okay. Or hi, Luke. You know I'm popular with the idiots, aren't I? Yeah. You know, the crybabies, the ones who never get their way and everything and stuff. Here nor there. Stuff like that. Too chicken to talk to me like a human being. You know, those type of people. The ones who manipulate, are submissive, who are so afraid people are going to leave them, who are the wrong people, they believe more than the right people. All those people. So, thank you for the thumbs down. Okay. And then, oh, by the way, they don't know sarcasm. What I was coming on to talk about was that let's see, there's a couple of things. One, for my family friends that are in Florida, be safe, be happy, don't do anything stupid like some people I've been seeing on the news, doing loitering and basically going out in this stupid weather and all the other interesting stuff that they've been doing. Also, update you on the surgery situation. It turns out after talking to 3 other hospitals that Well Cornell scared me into the surgery because I was going to be used as a test candidate. Yes, I was going to be used as a test candidate because according to the other 3 hospitals, they don't remove what I have unless it's 5 millimeters or bigger. It's supposed to be a monitor, wait and see situation, not a scare her into surgery because her pain is not in the spot it's supposed to be. Okay? So that was that. So we got the update on the surgery, my family to make sure they're fine, and to my bullies in Florida who don't even know me, but decided to bully me anyway and stuff. Karma's a bitch, isn't it? So what else? Let's see. Oh, also there was a post on BBC 3, and it was showing how a mom was arguing with the daughter over a PlayStation because the daughter has no job, doesn't pay the bills, and the mother's like, you'll get your PlayStation or your space station, as she called it, back if you get a job, all the stuff and everything, right? And the daughter called her or whatever and everything, right? And they threw the PlayStation out the window. Now, you see, to all of you that don't know the whole story about Christopher Graham, John Fuel, and me, his friends manipulated him into thinking it was not going to work with me, even though he's the one that begged his parents to bring me out there. I only had enough money to go to Alex and Kim's wedding, and I was saving up to see him maybe for his birthday and stuff, but he wanted everything in one shot, right? Yeah, until his friends tell him I'm nothing. That he says his friends' writings and travels and funds come first, that he was trying to convince himself to change his mind, even though they don't know me, they're right. Yeah, that's a little odd, right? So, technically, I didn't want to pay for a window or a new PlayStation for him, but the way I was that night, his PlayStation would have went out the window, or at least down the stairs. Okay? But it was his parents' house, and I don't think he paid for that PlayStation. I think his parents did because he, like that girl, has no job for the last 2 years, well, going on 3 years. And thinks that video games and other things are more important. That's where it came to me about when I made the discussion, right? It seems that something with these 20-something and 30-something, these millennial generation thinks that it's good to prioritize a video game over a relationship, a friendship, and things like that, that video games are more important. Alright? Some guys made a good point. If he has to prioritize a video game, or other guys in my life had to prioritize video games, they're not ready for a relationship. Right? But I love the ones that say that I was dumb, in the sense of that he was right for dumping me, And then I look back at their profiles and find out they know him. And I'm sitting there going like, do I tell them he's lying through his ass teeth? Or do I just block him? So what do? I just block him. Because just like every lie he's told them about me for the last 4 years and everything, I find out who knows him. And just like everything, they don't know the whole story because they're listening to it like telephone. Now, for those of you not of a generation where we didn't have phones like this and everything and stuff, telephone was where someone whispers something in your ear and you tell the next person, and they get a different version of it and everything. Right? Me and Christopher know the truth, but he won't tell the truth. And I'm not going to be blamed for his knowingly and pursuing of lying about me to others. I also know that if he did this deliberately to gain attention and sympathy, like I've said before, people, all bets are off when it comes to the fact of anything with me. Because I've never disrespected him. And like couples and friends, we fight. But it seems that the friends he calls friends are not friends. Like I said, Gwen didn't become my friend until 3.5 years after, when he made me the girlfriend. And by the way, if Gwen is watching, Mark ratted you out on some things, and so did Christopher. So I know more about you and your tattoos and all your other fun stuff than you ever thought. Same with Josh when he lied about what happened with him and his situation. He came to me for help and blamed me for the situation. And lied to his friends, where I had to call the United Kingdom police on his friends for threatening me. Even though it was Josh that lied through his teeth. Then you have Luke, who's never met me, but 2.5, almost 3 years ago, tells me I'm not allowed to yell at Christopher because Christopher is not mentally capable of handling life. And all his mom tells me is he has autism, and he was bullied as a kid, his head in the toilet, all this other stuff and everything. And it's like you're preaching to the choir about what I went through. I was egged at graduation, pushed down flights of stairs, all because people were jealous of what I could do, or how I looked at the world, or how anything I did was not what they wanted. But karma gets them back. I have seen so many of my bullies get what they deserve, and I never wished it on them. There was even a post by a comedian that says, oh, look, the hurricane, you can get even now with all, right? So I said about my bullies that I have and everything. And this one person, same thing, knows him and doesn't know the whole story. And then I'm sitting here going like, what is wrong with people? The message the comedian was doing was karma's a bitch. But if you're missing that point, how submissive are you to believing facts and everything if you're not going to believe what's going on or ask the questions? Like now, like I said, someone put a thumbs down before I even said anything. That tells me that they are petty, low life, no good, self-centered, low self-esteem, and are bored with their lives that they gotta be stupid like that. But does it hurt me? No. Because YouTube tracks all this, okay? And it tells me where it comes from. And most of the time it's from either an Android phone in the United Kingdom, a laptop in the United Kingdom, an iOS phone, which is an Apple phone, which Josh has, and I think Luke has one too, in the United Kingdom. It also tells me it comes from Delaware, Florida. You don't realize I know where all this is coming from, and it's the same people who hate my guts because I showed a different side, that I was not going to baby him or treat him like the way they do. And you had a chance with him, Gwen. You had a chance with him, everybody else. But it's funny, even all girls know the code. If a guy has a friend that's a girl, and they had a chance and they didn't get that chance, and then the guy gets a girlfriend or gets somebody that he cares about and talks blah, blah, blah about, all of a sudden the girl becomes that friend, or tries to check out the other girl. Christopher and Mark were the ones who thought Gwen would be a good friend to me because we shared similar interests in anime and everything else. I did not know that would mean that I would be belittled and two-faced by the same person, because it was all caught too, through friends of hers and everything else, and through what the lawyer got me screenshots of and everything. I know they watch these. I know they do. Because they're so paranoid about what I'm going to say about them next. When the only reason I bring them up is because people bring them up to me. Just like the other day when he was traveling around Cardiff for his birthday, asking people to come party with him, but either a week before or whatever, he was crying in pain that life was going to end for him, and it was so horrible. The pain, right? But you can run around Cardiff for your birthday. Really. Don't lie anymore. Or like he sends people songs about their friendships and everything. Yeah. I want to thank you from Dido. He played for me. It's a ploy with him. It's a game. Because if he really was my friend, he would not have done what he did and let you guys belittle me and treat me like garbage for a year. Do you know I got 10 more phone calls apologizing from people who finally got to watch all my YouTubes, who finally thought that he was going to stand up, and they were like, oh my God, he really is a creep. It's not your fault. And I said, yes, thank you. Many people are apologizing, and someone wrote something. Let's see. I have no idea who this person is. Okay. But my question to everybody is, why would you put video games before or human contact or anything? Is a video game that important? Or is an an inanimate object more important than talking with people, getting to know people, or learning about people? Like in Florida, people are stealing shoes that maybe the store put aside for people that if something bad happened with the storm, could you not, you know what I mean? Could people, like you could have asked, I lost my clothing, I lost this, can I please, you know what? Those things might have been there for a reason, but you get people who just steal. It's not right. Okay? And I do welcome people to talk, because, I mean, if you guys want to talk to me, I just noticed it, but I don't know. It says hello, so I don't know who that is. Okay? I mean, you guys can talk to me. It's live. Get to know me. If you want to ask questions about anything and stuff, because if you go back through my videos, you see the progression and everything. Oh, and also, the book, like I said, I got up to finished up chapter 23. I'm trying to work on chapters 24 through the rest, but my days have been so shot with Comic-Con coming up and everything. And I still have to work on some copyright. Waiting on some phone calls for copyright stuff and everything, because I have to find out with the Doctor Who Experience closing today. I think it was today. It closed today or it closed yesterday. I have to find out if I can use the name or do a Yoda on it. And what I mean by a Yoda is reverse it. You'll understand. Sometimes you can do a Yoda and everything. Who Experience Doctor? Get it? Or Experience Who Doctor? Get it like that? Or Experience, you can't, you know, who Experience Doctor? You know, I gotta do it that way. Or Doctor Experience Who? You know? I have to Yoda it. Yoda it. Okay? So, I mean, I welcome anybody to talk. I mean, I don't know if it's a real person or not. That's why, because YouTube has a habit, because since the people started messing with things and stuff, you know, like fake profiles. That's another thing, guys. This is how desperately stupid his friends are. They created fake profiles. Okay? Okay. The only reason I'm talking about him now is because he got brought up, because while the people were apologizing, they said, you were right, he has lied. They ratted him out about going to Cardiff and doing all this stuff after what I gave him a chance to fix the mistake. And that's why I was coming on here too, because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on that I haven't mentioned yet. And I wanted to do a sit down live with everybody, but they gave us extra hours as per diem and everything. So, yes, I'm rambling. Yes, I'm whatever. And I just wanted to update you guys. So, like, as of now, like, let's start with this first. Like I said, as of now, my surgery is on hold because I have to talk to other doctors. that will take me because they feel that without insurance, that I'm not allowed to have the surgery anyway. So what's another 3 years? You know what I mean? Philippine. Okay? I do better than him anyway. My family and everybody else in Florida, take your care and easy and stuff. Many other things. Like I said, the thumbs down on here is the stupidest thing because I didn't even open my mouth yet and it went thumbs down because that's how I know Christopher, Luke, and all them are watching. Good to talking with you guys. And then, let's see what else. The people calling me, about 10 phone calls today, apologizing for what they did and what they said and everything, you know. They thought he was telling the truth and they found out he wasn't, and that I was right and he's got to stop lying and all this, all the other stupid stuff, right? And then, like I said, I get extra hours. I got Comic-Con coming up, and there's a lot of things I want to do. Like, I want to start showing you guys how I crochet. I want to show you guys how I do things. I mean, I've got a scarf that can go for K9 or Harry Potter right now. Okay? Mom's working on a skirt for me, hopefully, to do for Comic-Con, because the outfit ideas I have are really cool and stuff and everything. And if we make 2 of them, I can get away with wearing it the whole weekend and everything. But depends on the weather. And plus, I really wanted to do my Pokemon Go cosplay, but I am representing Marku 42 and the Legend of Traveling TARDIS. What else is going on? Like I said, I got my hair done because I gotta look pretty for this thing, you know? And I treated myself, because you gotta treat yourself once in a while. But this is the question, and this is what I'm asking. And you guys can answer this later or whatever. Does an inanimate object, that means something that is like this. This is an inanimate object, you know, or this, the phone, is an inanimate object, or a video game system, that's an inanimate object. It doesn't give you life. It doesn't give you nourishment. It doesn't give you blood, fuel, or anything like that, right? Only maybe it'll give you entertainment for a little bit. But this is the question. If that was destroyed, there was no power, would you be able to handle the fact of interacting socially with a person? Could you handle one-on-one contact with a person because all your life you thought an inanimate object was more important than a person, your friend, in your life? Because the message I'm getting from the 20-something-year-olds and most people is that if a person prioritizes a video game system or any of that stuff, that means that that's the way the world is. That's the way the world is working. That you would rather be in a fantasy world playing video games than be in the real world with people who could actually take you on journeys and do things and explore new things with you. That you would rather listen to people who don't know a person, continue to play your video games, and not interact the way you usually do because you're afraid of what others think. Maybe that's where I'm different when it comes to things. So I don't care what others think. That's why that thumbs down there, I start laughing because I know who it's from. And they have a sorry-ass no life. They're just existing every day, and they're crying because they lost. They haven't broke me. Because guess what? I'm already broken. Been broken since day one. You know why? Mom is bipolar. Dad's a Vietnam vet. I had 7 deaths in 1 year at the age of 7, including my best friend. Let's see what else. I've been abused, beaten, you name it, bullied and everything. So yes, I'm broken. You can't break something that's already broke. And that scares people. And that's what scares them, because here's the thing. I don't prioritize. I have a game system. Do I play it? When I can, because there's that one little thing. It's called a job. It's called being an adult. I'm going to be 41 years old, guys. 41. I was born in the bicentennial year. Now, for all of those that don't know what that is, go look it up and use a real book. Okay? I don't use this as an escape. My escape may be read a book, but I come back to reality. Everyone says I don't, but I do. Because I think differently than most people. I don't believe to outrun drama because drama leads you to things. You can't just have happiness. Best example is light and dark. Think of a plant, okay? Or think of things with light and dark, like sunlight, darkness. Some plants wither in the dark, and some plants burn up in the light. They can't have too much light. But then you can get those ones that know how to balance it so they can survive. Because you need darkness and you need light. So if you're going to prioritize, you say you love this person, you care about this person, you're their best friend, but yet then a video game is more important, there's something wrong with you. Or people who have never met your girlfriend or your boyfriend convince you to leave them and make them a bitch or a bastard because you don't want to upset them, there's something wrong with you. You have to look at what you're prioritizing. Do you know people that I was the one going down to the consulate for 3 years to get his ass here? And everyone was saying to me, he's lying to me, his passport does work. Like I said, he concocted this, he lied. And yes, his friends are going to believe his lies, but that's on them. Because like all lies, the truth does come out. I own up to what I've done. And I've done nothing wrong to them. But if you guys continue on that path of saying I did something wrong to them, look in a mirror, and I hope to anything, you have some way not to laugh through your day at the fact that you are like, you know what I mean? Because if you can go through life with a straight face and a straight face with a guilty conscience, you have no morals and you are a sadistic, narcissistic person. I want everybody to think long and hard. Because right now there are 3.3 million people in Florida who have no power and cannot put a video game prior, who cannot Skype, who cannot do anything with their cell phones because the Wi-Fi's out. They have to do something that I used to do as a kid. Talk to people. Yeah, look, talk to people. Face to face. Oh my God, they'd have a nervous breakdown. They can't play their video game. Oh God, they have to talk to people. I'm telling you people right now. I am blunt, I am honest, and I'm a barrel of laughs once you get to know me. I leave a mark. And trust me, you can ask my friends and everything. What I don't like is when people think the norm is to ignore everyone or listen to people who don't know anybody because they don't have the courage. They don't have the courage because they're trolls or they're like so shallow and everything to talk with someone. All they know how to do is hate. I gave an olive branch to Luke, Josh, and all of them. All right? I asked Christopher to call them when I was out there in the UK. Did he do that? No. And you know how I found out? One of the girls who got caught up in this because of Josh and everything wanted to sit and talk with me while I was out there. And I didn't have her number or anything because of the situation. I had to block her and everything. Christopher had the information. And I found out he never called her. He said he did, but he never called her. So that was one of his lies that he was caught in. And then I find out that basically, how do I put it? This was all concocted because they tried to do it to her and her boyfriend now. So this was a game that they were playing. Because everything was too similar to what was going on. Because the manipulator I know who it is. And besides it being Christopher Graham John Fuel, lying through his teeth, it was other people that had control over him because he was so afraid they were going to leave him. But here's the kicker. The good people leave him and the bad people stay. And he has it reversed. He thinks the bad people are the ones that are good and going to take care of him. But I have proof that all his friends, the way they talk about him, is the most nastiest thing, but yet they're perfect in his eyes. Especially Luke, and how he says that he'll never amount to anything. He's got it. Okay? No. Like I said, I did nothing wrong to them, and I have people apologizing to me, which I am grateful for. Because they finally saw the truth. I just can't wait to see when Christopher tells the truth. One day, I hope he tells the truth. But like I said, I'm writing a book about that trip. And guess what? I'm not holding back. Like I said, he could write a book about the trip too and say how he stayed in his room all his time, talking to everybody else but me. How we spent more time in the car than together. Or how he spent more time on his video game system sitting in his chair with his Spider-Man pillow over his crotch. There's a lot of things he did. And he can't deny it. And if he tries to, I hope he burns his ass again in the fireplace. Because I know he did that delivery because it was around the time of the fire challenge. That's how gullible he is. And everyone said, why did you stick around with him? Because out of all of my friends and exes, he was the only one that seemed to know how to correct his mistakes up until a point. When friends manipulated him to the point where you couldn't correct the mistake. My mistake was sticking around. But you see, the problem is, I give people fair chances. And the only reason he got a chance back was when his grandfather died. If his grandmother passes away soon and calls me, because I know he won't call me, but if he does, click. If he overdosed on tramadol, click. Because after seeing him and hearing about him running through Cardiff for his birthday, will I believe anything from him? Nope. I have to buy a new air horn because if he ever does call, thinking that he'll go, oh, I'm sorry. Beep. Click. Guys, I'm not pining over him. But I do appreciate the ones who are apologizing for their mistakes they made in this situation after they heard both sides of the story. And some want a copy of the book. I hate allergy season. Also, every time I get my hair done, that's the shampoo they use. And I have to wash it out. And every time I wash it out, whatever's in there, yeah, my hair's still wet too, and it's wetting my back. But whoever this person was, Ben, I have no idea who this person was. You can come back on and talk or anything. It's still early. But like I said, I love the thumbs down. That's cool. It just means someone is bitter and hateful and vengeful and all the other fun stuff that comes with jealousy. Heck, trust me, my mother's even jealous of what I do. Okay? And right now I can't breathe. Let's see. Watching Rick and Morty. The new episode's coming on in about a minute or so, because I started this exactly with that one. Sorry. Lost my breath there. This is live, people. This is what happens when you have costochondritis and everything. I have to watch my breathing. So, yeah. So, I just wanted to ask that question. You want somebody out there you care about, you want somebody in your life, but you put everything else as a priority first. And then make the person out to be the bitch to everybody. What does that really say about you? I just sit here and wonder. What goes through his head every day? I sit here and wonder how he can think and survive. That I know he's doing all of that to try to get my attention. Is it working? No. It just gives me something to laugh at. Because how dumb are you? Like I said, all the respect his friends gave me and everything else that he's done, I hope they do to another person. But maybe this time the girl will snack him, you know? Or if it's a guy. Jury's still out on that one. People are taking bets to see when he comes out of the closet. Yeah. People still swear the reason he did this to me was it was trying to hide the fact he was gay. But he swears up and down he ain't. So, who do you believe? He's lies through his teeth so much. But I'd like to thank those people who actually called me to apologize. And it shows that there are friends of his that are the bigger person. But then it shows there are people, especially on Facebook, when you post a comment or anything, that know him and only know none of the story. Just all the rumors. Which makes me laugh a ton of times because all I gotta do is go block, block, block. And then when they wake up, I unblock them. Like I said, people, I have my own life. I deal with things. But I will not tolerate someone who lies about me. I didn't lie about him. I cared about him. But if he wants to go on saying lies that I am all this and everything, that I don't know what I'm talking about, Wiccan rule, we cause no harm. I have caused him no harm. But if he still wants to do that, I hope the guilt eats him away. Because he will be caught in all his lies. But I really do want people to understand, do not put video games as a priority. Do not let others dictate how you like someone. Everyone is different. Everyone is good to a point. Doesn't say I'm innocent and all or anything. I was stupid enough to stick around because I thought someone actually cared about me. By the way, people came up to me at Alex and Kim's wedding and said, "Oh my God, he talked all about you and everything." And then other people were like, "What? Christopher has a girlfriend? We thought he was joking. We thought he had a boyfriend. We thought Luke was his..." Trust me, people. I have heard... And that's my family. I will talk to you soon. All right? Bye.